Students, have you ever made a teacher cry? I never meant to make a teacher cry. None of us did. But the day it happened still plays in my head like a bad movie I can't turn off. Her name was Mrs. Hale. She taught English in the kind of calm voice that made you want to listen even when you didn't care. She wore long floral skirts and kept a little bird pin on her jacket every day. Everyone joked that she was too soft for our class, that the chaos would eat her alive. But she believed in patience like it was a superpower. She used to say, no one is unteachable. Some of you just need longer stories. We were in our third month of the year, the point when everyone's tired, grades are slipping, and attention spans are gone. That's when she announced the big project. Group performances based on scenes from classic books. She wanted us to feel the characters, not just memorize lines. It was supposed to be fun, except no one took it seriously. Half the class never read the book, and the rest were just there for the grade. My group was the worst. We spent the rehearsal arguing about snacks, costumes, and who had to play the romantic role. When Mrs. Hale checked on us, we pretended everything was fine. She smiled and said she couldn't wait to see what we'd come up with. Presentation day came. We went last. By then, the room was buzzing with nervous laughter and half-finished skits. When we stepped up, it fell apart immediately. One person forgot their script. Another tried to whisper jokes. The rest of us followed, tripping over lines and breaking character. Someone from the back yelled, "Oscar performance, ma'am!" and everyone burst out laughing. Mrs. Hale's smile faltered, just for a second, but she kept her voice even. "Let's give them a moment to restart," she said, but nobody stopped. The laughter rolled through the room until it drowned her out. That's when she set the clipboard down. She didn't shout. She didn't slam the desk. She just stood there looking at all of us with this mix of sadness and disbelief. Then she said quietly, "Do you have any idea how hard I try for you?" Her voice cracked halfway through. No one answered. She pressed her lips together, nodded once, and walked out. The door clicked shut and every sound died. The laughter stopped. The only thing you could hear was the ceiling fan and the distant sound of someone's ringtone. We just sat there. 30 kids who suddenly realized they weren't as funny as they thought. After 10 minutes, the principal walked in and told us to collect our things. "Mrs. Hale isn't feeling well," he said. That sentence hung in the air like a confession. We filed out quietly. That night, the class chat exploded. Half the messages were jokes, the other half guilt. People said, "She'll be fine. Teachers cry all the time." But deep down, we all knew this wasn't just a bad day. We had broken something in her. She didn't come back for 3 days. The substitute handed out grammar worksheets and avoided eye contact. The classroom felt hollow. No warmth, no calm voice explaining metaphors, just silence and the sound of pencils scratching. When Mrs. Hale finally returned, she looked smaller somehow. Her eyes were puffy, her smile thin. She greeted us the same way she always did. "Good morning, young authors." A few people murmured hello, but mostly no one spoke. She started class like nothing had happened, though her hands trembled slightly when she wrote on the board. Halfway through the lesson, she stopped mid-sentence. She turned toward us and said, "I know last week wasn't good, but I still believe you can do better." That's when her voice broke again. She blinked fast, set down the marker, and wiped her eyes with the back of her hand. That second silence hurt more than the first. After class, I stayed behind. I didn't know what to say, so I said the only thing I could. "I'm sorry." She gave a small, tired smile. "Thank you," she said. "But you don't owe me words, just effort." That hit harder than any detention ever could. From then on, the class changed. Not dramatically, just enough. The jokes stopped, the homework got turned in, and people started to actually read the books. It wasn't fear, it was respect, the kind that comes too late. By the end of the year, she handed back our final essays with handwritten notes on each. Mine said, "You grew this year, keep writing, the world needs your voice." I still have it taped inside an old notebook. A few years later, I saw her again at a cafe near campus. She was grading papers, same bird pin on her jacket. She looked up, recognized me instantly, and said, "Ah, one of my authors. You turned out okay, didn't you?" I wanted to tell her everything I'd learned since that day, that we did care, that her kindness stuck, but I just said, "Thanks for not giving up on us." She smiled. "It was never about you giving up on me," she said. "It was about me not giving up on myself." So yeah, I once made a teacher cry, but it wasn't because she hated us. It was because she cared too much. And the day she walked out was the day I finally understood what that meant. A whole class made her cry. One student made it right. What's the moment you realized a teacher was only human? Comment below.